Alright, so I'm back, and today we're going to take a look at Mastermind Creations' Feral Rex, Bovis. And here he is in his bull mode, all armored up, pretty cool looking. I'm not a huge, like I've said before, I'm not a huge fan of the feet on the backs. It is a G1 accurate thing there, but I'm meh about it. I mean, it works, but it's not the greatest idea. It just looks weird. But you don't have to have that on there. You can just take it off. And then there's just this little black clip that just clips in right there. And those two holes right there. And yeah. And then he's got his knives here. I said it in the Fortis review. I'm not a fan of these knives, and I'll show you why in a minute. And then he's got his pistols. I really like the pistols, though. These things are actually pretty bossly. Trying to see if these pistols connect, because it looks like it's got some sort of slotted port there, but I can't figure out if they do connect or not. I don't think they do. That'd be cool, kind of cool if they had like a little bayonet mode, probably connecting to like the big gun or something. But so here he is in his bull mode, and this is the proper transformation for him, unlike Fortis, where I was kind of confused there for a minute, with the backside being the top and all that good stuff. This is the proper transformation. I think everybody agrees with that. Instructions say it and all that. I think he pulls this mold off better than Fortis. They are the same mold, they're just retools and repaints of each other. Which, you know, at first I was like, that doesn't sound too promising, but now having him in hand, I have to say he is by far the superior version, and I think it does work in between the two. So I think it's because his head, it's not because he's too wide. I said I didn't like Fortis as much because I thought he was too wide. It's because his head on Fortis is too small. Let me pause this real quick and get Fortis into beast mode here. Okay, so here he is with Fortis, and like I said, I think the head's just a little bit wider here, and the horns really help make the head fit better. I mean, I still like Fortis a lot, but I think Bovis pulls the mold off. And as you can see, they are the same mold. They have different heads. That's pretty clear. These plates back here are different. This one and this one here. Those are different. And the feet are different. He's got like a 3-toe look here, and he's just got the hooves. So I think that works pretty well. They also did a pretty good job of repainting them entirely so they don't look too similar, although they are the same mold. And you could tell that they're the same mold, but they do have their differences that make it okay. And then here they are with Razor Claw. I misplaced his tail for the moment, so you can see how big he is compared to them. So yeah, he is bigger, but not by too much. He does have to the head. You can see he's, you know, yeah, I guess he is kind of significantly bigger, but not like crazy TFC big. So get these guys out of the way. We'll show off some more differences in robot mode. I don't think there's many more, but we'll show those off once we get there. And then to transform him, we've already done the transformation before. but we'll do it again. So you unplug this piece right here, fold it up. You want to rotate the foot around, unplug the arm, fold this down, and then this piece right here will rotate forward, like so, and then you fold this up, and then this little hole right here will plug into this plug right there. Just like so. And then you can flip out his hand. Just like that. Do the same thing over here. Hand down, flip the shoulder forward, and plug this in right here. And then you flip out his hand. And you'll notice I don't have a thumb, and I'll get into that in a second. Take these legs here and you just kind of get them back out of the way because you'll need the clearance. Then you take the feet plate or the back plate here and you just flip this up, rotate the legs around, flip the knee pads forward, flip it all the way around, flip these little plates right here up, split the legs, take this little piece right here, pull this out, and then it rotates around so it's on the side, push it back in, just like so. Do the same thing over here, just like so. Then you take the foot here and you unplug it. It just it's got a slot right here that plugs into this port right there, and you want to rotate it around like so. Claps it in, lock it into place, fold that up, just like so. Do the same thing on this side. So put the foot, rotate around, just kind of slide it around, collapse it in, fold the foot down. Then you want to take this foot here and you rotate the foot around, and there's a little slot right up there that this will plug into. Just like so. And then there is a slot up here, and then there's a hole down there. And then on the leg itself, this gray piece has a slot right there, and then on this side there's a peg right there. So you want to line those up properly, and then you just give it a good push, and it locks in. And it locks in really good too. But not in a way that makes me scared to transform it. It's just like, wow, that's a good locking mechanism there. Fortis version of him is a little bit tighter to get those in. But Bovis, I think Bovis was the first one. I'm not sure though, so that'll be the question of the day. Which one do you guys know which one was first? Was it Bovis or Fortis? Okay, so we got that. Rotate the waist around, and then take the little side skirting and put them down. I still haven't really found a use for these things. I can't really find a way to plug anything into them, so they just kind of sit there. Rotate the head around, and then it's easiest if you open the jaw and then you push down on the face, and it flips forward, and there you have Bovis in robot mode. And let me pause this one more time so I can get the other two in robot mode. Alright, so let's talk about posability here. His head is on a swivel, goes side to side. It gets a little bit down, but if you don't do it right, the head kind of folds back up. Horns can swivel. The mouth opens and closes for the bull mode. Sorry, I forgot to do the posability. He's got the exact same posability as Fortis, though. Shoulder is on a ball joint, so in, out, up, down. It's also got a hinge in there, so it can get even more mobility than just a ball joint. There is a bicep swivel, bends at the elbow, bends again at the elbow. Hand kind of go in and out. There is a wrist swivel. This arm's the same. Again, like Fortis, I'm not seeing any piece in here that's hindering the posability at all. I know a lot of people had problems with it initially, so I guess I got a fixed one. I don't know. Hand go in and out, swivels. He's got a waist swivel. If you just move the waist, the skirting gets in the way. But if you just move the skirting out of the way, it does have a full rotation. Hips are on double sockets, so up, down, ratcheted, and out, ratcheted. There's a thigh swivel, ratchet at the knee. Foot is on a hinge here and a ball joint here, so it gets a good range of motion there. There's also a hinge inside the foot too, so you can kind of get him so that he's walking, if you wish. So yeah, pretty posable. This guy. Let's do scale real quick. Here he is next to the seeker mold. I still need to get a new seeker. This guy's just not doing so good. I think he was a faulty figure or really bad KO in universe packaging. I don't know, but I mean, like, if you pull on his leg just comes off. It's like something's wrong with this figure. He's incredibly loose and just really shoddy build. Anyway, he comes up to about the waist of him, and where is my start screen? Oh, there he is. And here he is next to the eye gear seekers. They're about the same height if you don't include the bullhead there. So there's that. I got another scale I want to do in a second here, but first off, let's talk weapons. So he does come with these two knives, and I don't recommend using these. I don't. This is actually how I lost the thumb. I put it in there and twisted it, and as soon as it got to a certain point, it just pink. Thumb came off. So he doesn't hold on to these things very well. I don't recommend using them. I don't want to put it in the other hand because I really am hesitant on losing the other thumb. But you could store them like down here on his hips, or on his thighs, or on his forearms, wherever you want to. But I don't. It's one flaw with these guys that I have to admit is he just doesn't seem to want to hold on to this very well. And see there, it's in there now, and he's holding it very, very well. But I mean, I lost a thumb on this hand, and that's how it fits in there so well. So I don't recommend the knives. I wasn't a fan of the knives. I think they should have just done a sword that can plug in his hand. Let's see, like here's TFC's Tantrum, and you can plug that sword in there. It's okay. It fits in there okay. Somewhere around here here is the Dr. Wu's Evil Tyrant Sword. We'll just slot that in there. So there you go. That I prefer, Predacons had swords, so I prefer swords. So that's actually probably what I'm going to do, is I'm going to buy some swords for these guys. Like this. This actually looks pretty cool. I think Rampage, or Razor Claw would look better with it. But, yeah. So I don't like the knives. They just don't work for me. And literally, I mean, it caused damage to my figure. I'm still trying to find the thumb because when it popped off, I mean, it just gone. But I mean, the hand still works, as you can see, so it doesn't really hinder anything. So I'm not going to be like, oh, hey, you know, Big Bad Toy Store, my figure broke because I was playing too roughly with it. Can you send me a new hand? That's not fair to them. And like I said, I'm okay with it. I mean, yeah, he's got a little battle damage, but his hand still works. So if he's in combined mode or beast mode, I won't ever see it. And then if he's in robot mode, I've got guns, and the guns still slot in just fine. And then you don't even notice. I don't even notice the thumb. So, and I really like these guns. They're so much better than Fortis's little wrist-mounted blasters. Because Fortis had these things, and these things are just, I mean, they're goofy looking, is what they are. So we'll arm him up too while we're at it. I mean, they work, but I prefer pistols. If I can't have a rifle, I prefer a pistol. So, and you know, he's got this same problem with the knives. You know, if they should have put a hinge right here, that way you could just open up the handle and then just slide the hand in. Because the handles on the guns are the same. They're just, you know, cut so that they're not perfectly round. They're flat on two sides. But if you could open the handle up and then slide the handle in and then lock it back down, that'd be perfect. Or if they just had standard knives that just the handle came down here, or if the handle was up here and came down and this part right here wasn't there, either way that would work. But the way it is, these knives just make me question the durability or the long lasting. But I do like the pistols a lot better than the hand mounted ones. As you can see, there is a major difference in the knives. And they look nice. I do like them. They look really nice. They're just kind of impractical. And the foot plate is identical to Fortis. I'm actually kind of concerned that I got them mixed up, so I don't know which one's which, but I don't think it really matters because they are identical. But you can just take this with these little slots right here. They'll slot into this back piece right here. And there you go. Makes him a little back heavy, as a giant piece of plastic on your back should, but he's still a pretty stable figure. So here he is with Fortis. Since we got them here, we'll go over other differences that I've noticed anyway. I may not pick them all out. These plates right here are different. He's just got the little triangle piece here, and he's got just slotted grooves. These pieces right here are different. He's got what looks more like vents, and he's got what looks more like launchers. Heads are obviously different, although the faces are really, really close to each other. I mean, there is differences to them, and I'm not a huge fan of that. I wish they would have just done a completely different face, but they do look a lot very similar. I showed knives are different, and obviously he's got pistols and he's got these big blaster things. So those are different. Chest plates are different, and the little beast mode feats are different. Other than that, I mean, they are the same mold, so they're very similar to each other. But really good retool, I think, pulls that off. And I like his color scheme much better than his. I like red and yellow but the orange, black, and gray just seems to fit so much better for this mold. And here is their leader, Razor Claw. And while he's here, I'm going to give him this sword and see how he looks. Sorry if I'm getting distracted with things and stuff, and excitement. Yeah, I actually like that better than the cleavers he comes with. So that's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get some Dr. Wu swords and stuff, and then also by request, here is Mania King. By the time you're seeing this video, I probably have already replaced Mania King, and I already put up a video saying that I'm replacing him. So I'm just recording this now because I have time. But as you can see, Galvatron here is, to the head, they're about the same. He's got, the horns, but if you go to his head below the horns, they're about the same height, excluding his big head. And Razor Claw here is about a little more than a head taller than Galvatron. So that works pretty well. And here he is with Scourge and Cyclonus. So it's all looking pretty good. I do dig this, dig them a lot. As far as Bovis goes, I'm not going to knock him points for the thumb breaking. I am going to knock him points because of the knives. Because the knives are what broke the thumb. And I don't like the way they fit in. Other than that, I can't find any other complaints about this mold, or about this version of the mold whatsoever. He's a really solid figure. I really like him. He's got a good heft to him. He feels real heavy. Even Galvatron here, who's another third-party company, he feels a lot lighter than these guys do, even without the foot plate. All in all, I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. The only knock is the knives. I'm not a fan of the knives. I don't mind plugging them into the side so that they're kind of like wrist-mounted blades. But yeah, he's a really good figure. I do highly recommend him. Again, I don't show off the combine mode in these videos because of the fact that the figure should sell himself with just the two modes. And thus far, that's one thing that Mastermind Creations is topping on both their rivals, is the fact that in both Beast Mode and Robot Mode, they are the best of the best. I really like some of the what TFC's doing with some of them. Really like the Rampage, but I think overall these guys so far are the better robots and better beasts. They just kind of pull it off. And he doesn't have a tail. I'm a little irritated with that, but I'm not going to knock him points because the mold itself doesn't have a tail. And it's kind of disappointing, but at the same time, it's just a little dinky tail that he's missing, so it's not too bad. So yeah, there is MF Mastermind Creations Bovis. Great figure. Do recommend him. He's fun. I really am enjoying transforming these guys. I don't sit there like, oh god, I gotta transform him for this video. It's more of a cool. I get to transform him. Yeah. I guess that's it.